Welcome back to the channel. If you're not familiar with this channel, I usually do build projects around my ADU here or projects about my farm that we're going to be moving to here from the city. But for today, I'm going to be covering a review of these Makita drills that I got. I want to take you through the most basic one, the XD13, all the way up to this XPH07. For comparison, and just for a little bit of reference, I want to just show you where I came from and what drills I've used in the past. I've been a contractor for a long time and just, made the progression from DeWalt maybe 15 or so years ago, this is their hammer drill driver back in the day, and I had a smaller drill at some point too, but that's long gone now, and this will be tossed out shortly as well. So from this DeWalt, moved up to the Bosch brand. We had the drill and the impact driver, and those two really were kind of a game changer in their time. So went from that Bosch there and the impact driver. Now we've moved up to these Makita brushless 18-volt lithium-ion battery tools. Now these are a completely different tool than what we're used to using in the old days with the battery life and the power that you get with these tools. To start off, we'll start off with this XDT13. This is an impact driver. It doesn't have adjustable speeds like the 14 does, but still nonetheless it provides 1,500 pounds of power. It's got the quick change bit system. One of the reasons I like to have two drivers is maybe you're working with two different kinds of screws. So you might have different kinds of heads on the screws that you need to work with. So it's always nice to have the driver, maybe more than one driver, and then a drill in case you don't have to swap out your bits. So you're drilling your hole and driving in your screw or whatever fastener you're using. So it's nice. It's always nice to have more than one, so you have the option to not have to change out bits all the time. It makes your job go a lot faster. So again, this XDT13. It's a really good tool just out of the box. What it lacks compared to the 14 is it doesn't have the adjustability in modes. So it'll have 1,500 inch-pounds of power, whereas the 14 has 1,550. But the big deal about this is it's got multiple different modes. So you have 3 different speeds, and then you also have the tightening mode, which is this T here, and you adjust all that by this little button on top of the tool. This allows you, it starts off a little bit less powerful as you're starting and then ramps up so that you don't strip out the head of the screw. Very useful. Both of these tools weigh in at about 3.5 pounds, 3.3 pounds. They're lightweight, easy to use, ergonomic. Moving up to the drills. 2 separate drills here. I just have this everyday drill here. It is the XFD13. It's got a plastic chuck. It's a 1/2 inch drill. It's got multiple speeds and settings. It's got a drive mode where you just drive the screw in and all the way down to, it's got this, basically it can adjust the torque so you don't set the, so it's got a torque clutch in there that stops you from screwing in too hard on something. I usually always just leave this in full gas mode because I'm not using this to set screws. I'm using these drivers to set screws. It's been a great tool. This is a hammer drill driver. So this one has the option of you can drill through concrete with a concrete bit and set concrete anchors, whatever you're going to use. So it's got 3 different modes there and 2 different speeds. I also neglected to say that this one also has 2 speeds on it. This tool here overall has a lot of power, 1,100 inch-pounds of force that it can drive. For what it's doing, it's got plenty of power. The batteries I'm using here, I just have 5 amp hour batteries in all these, and I have a 6 amp hour battery in this one here. Again, like I've mentioned in other videos, if you're going to buy a Makita tool, find out where that rep is, because they always have good deals when that rep van's driving around. They have all the tools out for you to test them out, see which ones you like, but also good deals on extra batteries. They're usually throwing in free batteries, or they'll have a free tool or something to go with it that the more batteries you have, the better off you're going to be. You'll have less downtime. With these lithium-ion batteries, you have very little downtime anyway, but the more you can get, the better off you're going to be. These tools here, this one here, came with a single charger. I also bought a double charger as well so I could keep my batteries charged up. I don't ever have to stop for charges. Usually I'd say that on these tools, if I'm doing light work, I get a full day out of the battery on these because I'm using multiple tools. But if you were using it full time, you'd probably be able to get a half a day's use out of one battery. Stick it on the charger for lunch. They usually charge up in about a half hour, 45 minutes. You've got an intelligent charger that lets them cool down and then charges them appropriately and doesn't overcharge them. And then you'd be good to go after lunch. The reason I chose Makita over Milwaukee or other brands is I think this tool will last longer. It's got a ton of options. Makita has so many different tools that come out with their 18-volt battery brands. And so the flexibility you'll have between this battery and being able to buy multiple different tools is incredible. I think because they run a little less hot than Milwaukee, they'll last longer. So this tool overall, I think it's easier on the tool itself. I don't think that the Milwaukee will last quite as long as the Makita based on the reviews I've seen and how I use them. I think those tools will hit harder in the beginning and maybe drive the screw a little bit faster, but they won't last quite as long. Again, thanks for watching. If you have any more interest in any of these kinds of tools, shoot me a little message down below. I am not an expert on all these tools and every little option they have. If you have something you'd like to add to this video, add that to the comments. I like that. In the past, I've had people do that and point out something I forgot to say about the saw or something else, and it's much appreciated. But from an everyday use standpoint, these tools won't let you down. Thanks for watching, and as always, please click that subscribe button. That lets me know that you appreciate what you're seeing and you'd like to see more. Take care.